Hey, what's going on, everybody? I believe everything should be working. It's the professional trader, it's the funded trader, Small Alpha Lobby. It is August 23rd, 1:46 p.m. In today's video, I'm going to be updating the trade that I took from my last video. So if anybody is even watching this, because I'm not sure if anybody's watching, hopefully somebody's watching, but if anybody is watching on my last video, I made a short update that I was taking a trade on USD JPY, right? So right, I made a video maybe about Monday or Tuesday. I really don't remember, but I made a video saying that I was going to sell USD JPY, right? And what was my reasoning for that? Price. Where did the markets open? So the markets. Hold on. What's today's date? So Sunday. Right, so the market opened up like somewhere like around here, right? Pushed up as the week started, right? Rejected here again. And then we could see some bearish candles started to pop in here, right? So I took a USD JPY on this bearish candle right here, right? And then price came here, price pulled back, and then price eventually came right back to this area, right? And it seems like prices actually broke this area right here, right? So check this, right? Right on the trade, right? I should be happy, blah, blah, blah. But I actually did call this trade, but I ended up closing this trade off camera, maybe a couple of hours later, whatever. So price came here, price made this move and price started to reject and pull back up here, right? So around when price started to pull back up here, right? It kind of, to be honest, maybe I shouldn't have been watching it on the 1 hour chart. I should have stuck to my 4 hour chart, right? But what made me close out of here? What made me close out of here was for the fact that I didn't stick to what I had said originally, right? My original plan for USD JPY was to either trade it off the breakout of this level here or to trade out off the breakout of this level here, right? So I was kind of getting ahead, even though the trade did go my way, right? I was kind of getting ahead of myself and not sticking to my plan, right? And I'm making these videos kind of for personal use, right? Kind of to hold myself accountable, I guess you could say, right? Because if I can get on here and make these videos every day, every other day, like not only will I get better, but I won't want to get on camera and say one thing and start to do the other, right? So I didn't wait for price to break either this way or this way, right? And I took the trade either way because I saw price was just failing to even come up here. You know, price couldn't even make it up here before it started to reject, and that kind of let me know that the bears were dominating at the moment, right? But even with that, patience is the thing with these markets, right? I said what I wanted to do, and I didn't do what I wanted to do, so I closed that trade out, right? For a small loss and whatever, right? So this is exactly how I said I wanted to take the trade, right? I said I was looking for sales or buys depending on what happened, right? And as we can see on Wednesday, price came and price has rejected this area right here, right? So there's two ways that we can trade this. We can trade the break or we could trade the retest. So what I have done is I have inserted a small lot. I think it's about a 30-cent lot, and my stop loss is all the way up here, right? But this is a swing trade, I'm potentially looking to trail this potentially like, you know, all the way here, then all the way here, then all the way here, right? So I'm going to be potentially looking for multiple entries on this trade, right? So that 30-cent lot that I put on here was potentially the first of many, right? Because the 192 pips, that's so far away. A lot of people wouldn't even take that trade, but As long as price doesn't break this level, I think the trade will still be good. Right now, that's just one option, right? So now with any type of pullback, I will be looking to potentially add on more trades. Maybe if we can see this 50% retracement off this level, or the 618, I'll be looking to potentially add more sales. And if price does pull up higher, I can also put bigger lot sizes because my risk will be a lot less. I'm still risking 0.5% here, but it's a 30-cent lot. If price does start going this way, I start pulling back up higher and higher and higher, and I do start to feel uncomfortable, I can exit out the trade, for a smaller loss. It's only a 30-cent lot, right? So I'm sticking to what I said on USD/JPY, and that trade that I called out earlier, although it did go my way, I actually did not profit on it. I'm going to show you guys how my FTMO account is looking. I think I'm currently down like 0.4%, right? Because I took a small loss on this one, but this wasn't even my big loss, right? My big loss came on AUD USD, right? So what made me take the AUD USD sell, right? In my earlier videos, I said that I would be looking to see what happened if price came to this price point, right? So, and this is why trading can be hard, right? Because I let my mental kind of get in the way, right? I closed out this USD JPY trade and I was like, man, close the trade out. I kind of want to get into another setup like right now, right? And I kind of, in hindsight, looking back, I can say, I did kind of force this trade, right? Because, price, where's Sunday? Price pulled up here, came, pulled up here again, right? And somewhere, once price came here and started to reject, I believe, yeah, looking back at this trade, just not a good trade. Why did I even take it? But you saw this bearish momentum start to come in, right? And I believe somewhere on this candle, I entered the trade and I put my stop loss above here, right? So you can see price started to pull back, price started to reject, right? So this morning I'm thinking, maybe this trade will go my way, right? Even though price never came exactly to this area that I wanted it to come to, in my head I was like, okay, that trade, in general, I just wanted to get into a trade, right? And that's not how I'm going to get funded, right? I'm not going to get funded by playing this mental game with the charts, right? I'm going to lose every time, right? The setup that I was looking for wasn't there. And I tried to do something that I didn't plan on doing, right? So I didn't wait for the price to come up here, right? That was my original plan, right? I said if price could come here, I would see how price action would do, right? And if I would have just waited for price to come to where I wanted it to come, I would have saw that price immediately did not respect this level, which would let me know that price could potentially start to climb up higher to these higher fib levels here, right? But I took the trade down here instead of waiting, and I paid the price for it, right? But it's not over, and learning from my mistakes, and that's why I'm making these videos, right? I'm making these videos to hold myself accountable because I do want to be funded, and I do want to do this the proper way. And I know if I do it the proper way, like the results and the profits will come. So let's look at the DXY, right? This morning, the DXY kind of had this push up, right? Followed by this push right back down, right? Thought the bullish momentum was coming in, right? And there's 4 hours left on the day, but this candle right here, if the markets was to close right now, to me, this would show all all the indication that this chart was most likely going to start to fall, right? Because this is just wick after wick had this bullish candle, right? had this momentum, right? Followed by coming all the way back down and actually turning bearish and potentially closing very bearish. So it looks like the DXY wants to start to head the other way, which is maybe back down, but we have 4 hours until this chart closes, right? So we actually do have to wait and see. So let's go ahead and go back and see what I'm looking for, right? Nothing has really just necessarily changed, right? Because it would be hard to just say that AUD USD is just bullish, right? So I'll be looking for, this 382 level right here, potentially this 50% level here. But if price just continues to break these levels here, then, you know, maybe it's time to start looking the other way. Euro USD, I missed this play right here. I kind of tried to do the same thing with AUD USD, shorting it off like a rejection, off a rejection like short fib level. But as we can see, I didn't actually wait for it to hit the 236, right? This engulfing candle is actually on the 236. This never actually came to the 236. This actually came and pinpointed the 38.2% level perfectly. So, patience is the game. But Euro USD, I just missed. But right, Euro USD, even though it did come down here on the 4-hour chart, right? If we look on the daily chart, price hasn't really closed below these wicks here, right? So it's hard to say that this chart is still going to continue to go to the downside, right? So just gonna have to wait and see, right? What's price gonna do? Is price going to continue back down? Is this candle going to turn bearish? Is this level going to get broken? And if this level does get broken, can I get in on a retest? Can I get in on a break potentially? And then can I get in on a break and retest potentially, right? But it would be hard to say this is bearish, right? Even though this move did happen. It'd be hard to say it is bearish on the daily chart, not just yet, right? So USD CAD, nothing is really happening yet. No breaks and no levels, right? So we're just waiting. USD JPY got the break of this level here, and off any retest, we're going to see if we can catch more shorts back down, to the downside, from here. If we could break this level here, we could break this level, then here, if we break this level here. So and that's just basically how we're doing it. So not really seeing any setups yet. If we can get this push up here, then maybe we can get push. If we can, the thing about Euro USD is, would I want another break down here before I shorted it, or would I want a higher pushback up, before I shorted it, right? Because this, hope I'm not talking too much either, but it's okay. Nobody's really watching just yet, at least. It's pricey. It even went down all the way there, so still in this channel area right here, right? So, off this, right here, it's 4 hour, that's completed this fib here. So if we can get potential, maybe like pushbacks up here, and I would say maybe if price started to, break this area right here, maybe it would be time to start looking the other way. So what am I looking for? So if this level did get broken, then maybe it would be time to start looking the other way, and then maybe around this level right here, maybe. But then if that level did get broken, then maybe. So I'd be looking for Euro USD shorts just because that's the way it's still been going. But I just need bigger pullbacks. We see what being impatient gets us. So let's see. And this was the news that kind of made the dollar fall today. So we had PMI numbers. The actual numbers were less than what was forecasted on both, causing some bearishness on the dollar, right? And just so I can keep it real with you guys, just so I can show you guys there's no faking this. This is my FTMO account. I've already logged in just because scammers are good nowadays, and I feel like if I actually went ahead and started logging in by typing, somebody would just figure out what I typed and log into my account. But as we can see, I am currently down, right? I am down 0.42%, right? Nothing too crazy, but I am down 0.42%, right? And this is the USD JPY sell that I took earlier, right? In hindsight, if I would have held it, would have been up, right? And that is the AUD USD sell that I took, right? I lost $35. And then this USD JPY, so I closed it just because I wanted to wait on a 4-hour closure. And once the 4-hour close did happen, I entered again. So I am currently in another long-term USD JPY trade, from here to here, 30-cent lot. So risking about $50, about another 0.5%. And I'll be looking to get in potentially on more sales if price continues lower or if price starts to maybe do some retracements, right? Yeah, guys. So if any updates do happen, I mean, not updates, but if I do anything different, if I do take any trades, I will be updating and making another video. So thank you to anybody who is watching, man. Please like, share, subscribe, leave comments. Thank you guys. Thank God. Stay blessed, man. Yes, sir.